It's Thursday, it's July 9, 2015. I ask you, as you listen and watch this recap, please picture my lips moving in a rapid fashion as we did back years ago with those Chinese audio dubbed movies. Oh, you want stock rally? I give you stock rally. And that's what we're having this morning. S&P 500 off the lows. I talked about this right at the close yesterday. I brought this up also on Twitter, StockTwits, the blog. Chat room at optionmillionaires.com. Support. Look at this support. We hit it perfectly. Now the question is, we're putting in a lower high. Is this just another point of interest as far as the continued downside is concerned? Certainly something to keep an eye on. More weakness for stock market for you. So let's look at a long-term chart here for the S&P 500. Look at the support here also. Go all the way back into earlier in 2015. We got support back here. So we've got our friends back here lending support. We got our friends here. We've got the Chinese lending support. We have Greece. We have the ECB. We have the central banks over here, the Federal Reserve. Support is all over the place, folks. And let's see if we can get back up to this level. This would just be another consolidating point to springboard us to new all-time record highs. Of course, nothing is ever certain in this marketplace. Could we see a pullback? We haven't seen a 10% pullback since the Industrial Revolution. So that's something to keep an eye on. The U.S. dollar index, look at this. We're up pretty nice here, off support as well. Again, I talked about this move, this parabolic move that we were going to see to start the year. We got that over triple digits, consolidating here. The bond market, actually, the bond market is pulling back. Yesterday, after the Fed minutes, we had a nice sharp rally. We hit our highs, so now we're pulling back. And again, I was talking about this. Let me pull up the TLT because first, let's go into Intel. Intel, I want to bring this up because this is a chart I was talking about at the end of May. Back here, not so much here or here or here, but back here. It's talking about this head and shoulders pattern. Now, at the time, did not look like, just take this and erase this, did not look like a head and shoulders topping pattern, but I thought it was a good time to get into the $33 July puts. Those are still going strong. Look at the stock down to $29.50 yesterday. We're at the neckline. We can see a nice bounce here and then continued downside down to the mid-20s. That's what looks like is going to occur for Intel. Would have been nice to be in the trade here if you were at the blog at optionmillionaires.com at the end of May. There's a good chance you would open that trade up. But yeah, you know what? Still good here. We get a little bit of a bounce. We're going to see a continuation to the downside. Let's get that TLT that I was talking about. TLT, yeah, you know me. Look at that move we've had off the lows here at the 115 level. That looks like support. We bounced. We're not going to come up and kiss. I think we're going to come back down to 115 and then resume the decline down to 100. In spite of what everybody thinks as far as interest rates are concerned, the Fed funds rate getting it's now out to 2016. The Fed is not going to do anything until 2016, in my opinion. And then when 2016 comes, it will be like 2011, 12, 13, 14, and 15 all over again. Where they'll say, 2017, 2018, we'll have China, we'll have Portugal, we'll have Italy. There'll be some other headwind that will keep them away from raising the Fed funds rate, but does not mean we'll get a pullback in the bond market, TLT, down under 100 in the medium term. Something to keep an eye on. Baidu, I've been talking about this for a while. It's a Chinese ADR. Look at a break. We're at least coming up the KISS support break above it. Love the move, possibly back up to 200. So keep an eye on that. I'm in some calls. Baba, same thing here. I actually put a bid in for the $78 calls yesterday. The ask was 37 cents for the weeklies. Put a bid in at 30. I said, hey, let me be patient. Just a little. It did not work out. The patience did not work out, did not get filled, and the stock rallied yesterday off the lows. From what I understand, the Chinese officials over there are going to orchestrate some sort of technical glitch every hour to kind of get the money flowing into these. No, I'm just kidding. Sarcastic. I am very sarcastic. If you follow me on Twitter and you see a wise, nonsensical post, that's me. I try and be a little sarcastic. The more posts you see on Twitter from me, probably the less successful I'm doing in the stock market, or I'm sitting in small positions as I was yesterday. So we're seeing a move up for Baba over the 80. Look at this, beautiful, isn't that? Wouldn't that be great if that gap gets closed cold? Yes, it was a cold gap. Now it's warm. And if you look, the $82 level would be in focus, I think, as the week comes to a conclusion. We've had a lot of gaps down recently, and so if you want to look at the S&P 500 futures, this is something, this is the bonus section of this video. 4 minutes in. We're already into the bonus section. Too bad you can't return it. There we go. There's the gap down that I think we're going to get back up to. Pretty wild to think about this kind of action when yesterday, so weak. I mean, the session was so weak, especially late in the trading session. That pullback, we had massive volume. We hit our lows, did not get much of a bounce. Now, throughout 2015, the market's been closing at least off the lows. Yesterday, not so much. It was really almost scary. Yeah, if you're a long or a bull or long the market, you were a little nervous, sure. And the nervous was fed through the media, which I think has run out of grease headlines. Now China, that was a short-lived headline. What's next? What's next? All right, UPB Option Millionaires. I'll see you in the chat room. What a great day we had in the chat room. Going to do it again today on Thursday. Friday is an awesome day. Every day is a good day. That the stock market is gyrating around. If you look again for the last 5 trading sessions, we've come down to support. This is the question here. Is this a nice little, look at this. This could be one of those V-bottoms. Remember that? 2014, 2013, the V-bottoms? The V-bottoms. All right. It's going to be a great day. UPB here. I'll see you later. Goodbye.